Welcome to Changing the Narrative with Red,
and Stace.
and we're here to share our lives and our journey in South Africa. Thank y'all so much for supporting us through all the trials and tribulations. Thank you so much for sharing and subscribing. We really, really appreciate you as always. If you haven't subscribed, I just want to let you know that hitting that subscribe button automatically makes you a premium member. And as a premium member, our love is going to pour directly through that subscribe button right into your life. So don't miss a free blessing.
I like that. I'm impressed.
I feel like no one is on
Same thing you
because
said yesterday.
you didn't edit,
You worry about the wrong things.
and it says you're not supposed to go live until 6:30 a.m.
Yo, you worry about the wrong
Central.
things. As always. As always.
Like,
worry about the-
literally nobody's getting a notification because we're not supposed to be live right now.
Guess what, man? We're gonna have some fun. They're gonna be on. But listen, before we get to the topic at hand, I want to say thank you. I got a phone call today. I didn't even tell Red about this. I got a phone call about 2 hours ago from a friend of mine. I met him probably about 2 months ago. His name is Francis. Him and his wife called and showed nothing but love. They said they love watching our journey. They came to our house. They had dinner with us, them and their kids, the wife. They had dinner about a month or two ago, and just ran for showing the love, support. And the thing is this, man, we get that a lot, Like I said, on behalf of myself, I want to say thank you very, very much. It's really heartfelt, and thank you. So, you ready?
For what?
Today's podcast is about. Let me tell you what happened first. So,
All right, I'll be back. I got to stir my spaghetti.
see, the table's returned now, y'all. Last time it was me cooking, now it's her cooking. So, what happened yesterday? What prompted this podcast? I was going to the liquor store, and as I walked in the liquor store, this brother approached me and said, "Yo, I see you most every 2 or 3 days walking by, and I wanted to stop you, and just ask you to play basketball with us because you were a tall guy." I'm like, "Man, listen, I can't play basketball no more, man. I haven't been on the court in 25 years." And I said, "You see this gut? I'll be out of breath in 2 minutes. I can't do nothing." So he told me to come by and see him. So I said I'd go see him later on. So fast forward, not more than 2 seconds later, the lady in the liquor store said, "Do you live here?" I'm like, "Yes." She said, "Because I see you on a regular basis." I'm not a regular basis, but I see you quite often. I see you quite often. And I said, "Yeah, we live here now." She said, "Why?" And I'm like, "What you mean, why?" She said, "Why do you live here? How long are you going to be here?" I'm like, "Miss, I just told you I live here now. Me and my wife, we live right around the corner. We moved here in December. We sold everything. We came here for a better life." She said, "What kind of better life you going to have here? You got load shedding. You got in our area, we got water outages. You got the government doing what they doing. How's it a better life for you?" So we spoke, and I had to break it down to her, man. I'm like, I don't think some South Africans know how good they got it. You know, um, you guys are the majority. So sometimes I think that's taken for granted because you was always a part of the majority. And us in the States, when we walk outside, we see pink people on a regular basis. You guys walk outside, you see nothing but yourself and people that look just like you and some scattered white folks around. It's not like that in the States for us. So I really believe that some of you guys take that for granted. It's such a beautiful feeling for us to go out and see nothing but us. Go to the grocery store, the manager's black, the meat, the butcher's black. We ride down the street, all of the billboards of beautiful black people. It feels good to see us. And after I told her all of this, she was like, wow, I never thought of it that way. And I'm like, I understand the lore of the US. I understand it. I said, well, look at it this way. You've been in Africa all your life. So yes, you want to go somewhere else. Fine, go visit. Just like us. We've been in America all our life. We found our love here though. So we're here now and we're sharing our story and we're loving it and we're getting support. I've met some great people, whether it was through YouTube and some I haven't even met in person yet, but I feel like I know them. Like I've met, like we've known each other since high school. I can say names, but I don't want to forget somebody and then somebody take it the wrong way. But I got people that I talk to every day. This one guy, he gets on my nerve. I'm gonna tell you, his name is Zandeli. He gets on my nerve, but that's my guy. I hate the Michael Jordan talk because Michael Jordan ain't that good to me. He's okay. Kobe Bryant's the man. But anyway, I know he's listening, so that's why I said that. But I got some really good friends. My guy Sia. I wasn't gonna say no names. My bad. But like I said, this is our home. We want to be going nowhere. We leave in June, July for our visa. I don't want to be in the States no longer than possible, no longer than needed. I'm sorry. If we get our visa in 4 days, I'm back day 4. it's just, oh, so you're back. Did you burn anything?
Are you gonna eat? How did you shift the whole camera angle like I wasn't coming back?
I hoped you didn't come back.
Did you check the comments?
No, because I was talking. I was on a roll, man. It was just coming off. It was on a roll. Go ahead.
So we got 22 people in the building. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that like button and make sure your notification bell is on so that when we go on at the correct time, you'll get notified. Let's see. Hey, Giselle. Hello. Oh, Lord, that isn't good. That isn't good. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, Giselle?
If you had been popping up the comments, you would have seen.
Good evening, Lucky.
Let's see. What is the realtor who lives in SA said to us that you are sure you want to live in Africa and how we have load shedding? She said the same thing to me. Oh, okay. So her realtor said the same thing. Like, why do you want to live here? Because they don't know our truth.
No, the media and movies.
Hey,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The media and movies. That's not real, man. It's just not real. The United States is cool. You can't bash it like that. But everyone has its problems. Go back to the comments. Boy, them comments, they came in fast.
Let's see. See, it's the African Queen. Oh, they're just saying hi to each other. Look, he did forget about y'all. And Dylan says,
see, that's the one right there.
I'm listening, and you just spewed bile.
That's him right there. That's
Mr.
the one.
Morrison.
That's the one right there, y'all.
Let's see. Sam says, good evening. Let's see. Giselle wants to know, Red, when your hubby said he'd be in the liquor store. Yeah, he's sitting here telling himself.
I'm grown. I'm on vacation too.
He's like, I see you every day. Twice. Sir, do you need help? That's what he really wanted to know. Do you need help? Are you okay?
I don't drink that much. But anyway, what you got to say?
Let's see the next comment. Let's see, Giselle states, can we talk junk about the States?
Come on, let's talk junk then.
No, she said we can talk junk.
Oh, I was gonna say you want to talk junk? Come on in. Put it all in the chats. Come on in. Let's talk junk about the states.
Need to take him to AA.
Nope, I'm good right in my living room. I'm good right in my living room, y'all.
But we don't have an intervention.
Giselle, jump on right quick so I can ask you a question. But hold on a second.
How she gonna get in?
Come on, stop playing, big head.
What is your problem?
Your mama.
Look, Giselle said, every time I see you, you got a drink.
Not this time.
Y'all. Proud African says evening family. And Giselle, we put the link on.
Is Proud African the one that just moved here like last week or something like that?
No.
That's not them? Was her name Tracy?
No, it was Melanin Goddess, I think. He said, yeah, I can't get in through the sky. Coldplay says, hello, CTN fam. Hey,
what's up?
Coldplay.
What's up? It's not cold, it's
That's
cold.
what I said, Coldplay.
Where'd Giselle at?
I don't know. She's not in yet. So, Stace.
Yeah.
Oh, there she is.
Stace what?
She's here.
Y'all, we got Giselle coming in the building. She's always in her car. She's always in her car. She's always in her car and always eating.
That is not true. I'm not always eating. Now you lying, see.
Always in her car, always eating.
You caught me on my lunch break.
What's going on with
you? Buddy, that's stressing, man. I'm stressing, trying to speed up I'm ready to get out of here. Like for real.
When you coming?
I don't know, but I'm trying to speed it up I want to leave this year.
Are we talking vacation or are we talking full time?
No, I'm talking about forever. I want to leave now. Shoot. I don't want to vacate.
I remember saying you said something about you got little kids, so you wasn't sure if they wanted to leave yet.
No, I don't care if they want to leave or not. They 16 and 14, so I don't care.
I know that's right. I
don't care if they don't want to finish school or not. No. I don't care. I'm ready to go. I'm just.
What your hubby say about that? He ready to rock and roll too?
I'm mad right now with him. Let's leave that alone right there. Let's leave that alone. We'll have to talk behind scenes.
Oh wow, y'all.
I mean, he wants to leave, but it's just, yeah, I can't talk about it right now.
Wow.
I'm more like I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? He more like, no, we gotta do X, Y, and Z. And I'm just, yeah.
The funny thing is that was between me and Red is that we both wanted to leave. I can see it being a struggle if one person doesn't want to and the other one does. I can see that. But I definitely agree with you as far as the kids. I mean, they don't have a choice in the matter. You know what I'm saying? But
let me tell you what Stacy said to me. Stacy said, "I'm leaving."
That's how I feel. I'm leaving
just like that, right?
He was like,
"I'm not playing." Yeah, no.
I love you down. I'm leaving.
When I caught that South African bug, and I'm not talking about COVID. When I caught that South African bug, it was a wrap. It was a wrap, man. Nothing was going to stop me from moving. Nothing.
Right. Exactly.
And even we got these kids, and they wanted us to stay. And Red had mixed feeling, like, yo, I think I might need to go back and help them kids. I'm like, yo, them kids need to help themselves.
Yeah.
But guess what, Red? When you get back from helping them kids, I'll be right here. Because I ain't going back.
I'm telling you.
Because the thing is this, man, it's the headaches, because they want to be grown. So being grown is not a part-time job.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So if you're going to be grown, you got to be grown all the time. You know, you can't be
Exactly.
grown when it
Yep.
just fits when it fits you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I was like,
Yep.
nah,
Yep.
nah. You want to get out and
I
hang
mean,
out
I
all
have
day?
one.
Go ahead.
Like my son, he'll go with us to the moon. My daughter, she like, on the fence about it. But again, I told her, I said, look, I said, how things are going here. I said, maybe a possibility we may leave this year. I'm hoping not next year, but I told her, I was like, it's a possibility. She's like, oh, you ruining my life. And I'm like, girl, you can still finish school online. It's not a big
Right,
deal,
right, right.
you know.
It's it's
So
it's. it's
I'm over it. I'm over it.
I mean, I guess I understand because bless you. I understand a little bit because
Bless you.
like Assad's son, the oldest son, I think it's Austin. He wants to go back also. You know, the
Oh,
transition
okay.
is not good for everybody. You know, it's not meant for everybody.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it was meant for me. It
Uh,
was meant for me. And guess what?
telling you.
I don't
Telling
even do too much. I don't do too much. You know, I go to the liquor store and I come back home.
you.
And I go
That's
and I go
sweet.
I go to between the liquor store and Pick and Pay. Those my two best. Those
See,
my two
I
hangout
know you
spots.
go every day. They probably know your name and everything. They
Hey
probably pull
yo,
out what liquor you want.
hey yo, Pick and Pay and the liquor store. Those are my two favorite places to go. And
Oh
that's
my
all I
goodness.
do. And that's all I do. And I love every minute of it. My stress level was down. My blood pressure's down.
That part.
Uh, I wish I could get some weight down, you know. But hey, but
If you stay at the liquor store, you will.
nah.
You
That's
know,
not funny. That's not funny.
that's what make you have that stomach. I'm telling you for real. That liquor.
No, I'm gonna tell y'all. What make me have the stomach is them grits, that rice, the potatoes, them starches, all of them starches, man. I like to eat. You know, I had
Yeah,
a
I like to eat too.
conversation. I had a conversation with a friend like about 3 or 4 days ago. He was like a dietitian, I guess he was, and he was telling me, "Yeah, you need to stop eating this and stop eating that." I'm like, "So I can't eat nothing I like?" No,
Exactly.
I
You
don't
might as
need
well
to.
not eat.
Right, right, you're right. You need to back up from that table. No, I'm not backing up from no table. I'm not doing it. Hey yo, I
Oh
went out. I went
God.
out today. I went out today to get some parts for my. I went out today to get some parts for my new smoker, and me and the guy, we pulled it up. We pulled it
How can
in
I
front of the
when you get a
house,
call, how
and
can
Red
I
came
put the
outside.
mic back loud because it's low?
Huh?
Like I
I don't
just
know.
got a call that messed up the sound. So how do I have to come back in? How do you fix that?
I don't know. I don't know.
You
That's your
say you don't know.
iPhone.
And I was talking about with the
So
phone. Okay.
the
Put the
guy.
put the link back in and I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna leave and come back in because I can't hear.
Okay.
Okay.
So y'all, me and guy Nico, we went to, I don't know where he was at. We were somewhere far, like an hour and a half away, and I got the stuff to get my grill done, my smoker done, and we pulled back in the yard in front of the driveway, and Red was like, "Yeah, man, I'm not gonna ride with you. I'm gonna walk." And he said, "Why are you gonna walk?" He said, "Because I got to exercise." And he said, "Exercise for what?" And Red said, "So I can stay in shape." He said, "You're gonna die anyway. Why you gotta stay in shape? You're gonna die anyway."
I was like, yo, you're right. I should just go back in the house and eat a pizza. Like, what are you talking? Why am I doing this? Like,
Yo,
you are right.
he caught us so much off guard with that one. You're gonna die anyway. Why are you worrying about what you're eating? Now, granted, this is coming from a skinny person. So that I mean, hey.
Look, man, I don't think I could like live my life like really just doing whatever I want and just like never exercise and eat myself to death. I couldn't do that. But I like to eat, so I'll be a little round, but I'm also gonna walk to the store instead of catching an Uber. Balance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I walk to the store at least 3 times a week. at least. And it's probably about half a mile, maybe.
It's a half a mile there, half mile back.
So it's about a mile, and every so often I do about 4 or 5 miles, So
And I go out in the backyard and I do my little calisthenics, hit training, whatever you want to call it. And I, I do it a couple times a week, and I eat a lot of vegetables,
hey
and then I
y'all,
don't feel bad when I want to have French toast sometimes.
hey y'all, the best news I heard all week is our brother, Great Red, will be here next week, y'all.
Oh, that's sweet. See what I'm saying? The crew
Yo,
getting together.
that's the best news I've heard all week. My brother, again, never met him before. It's just
Right,
crazy how people can just bond through
right.
things they like. You know,
Mhm.
it's never met Khalees in person. You know what I'm saying? But these are my brothers. I never met a lot of these
Right.
guys on this chat. They're my brothers and my sisters. The bond of Africa, man. Our bond is
Yep.
Africa. Our love for Africa. You know,
That's right.
And just
That's gonna be
not just
lit.
not just Africa, but like our wanting to live freer lives, to have agency over, our bodies. Just having like a business mindset. Like all of us kind of like wanted to hustle to get out of the 9 to 5. I think we're all kind of working towards that in our own way. And a lot of the people that we know have,
Yes.
are completely detached from that 9 to 5 lifestyle, and they do a lot of freelancing or they have travel companies. Um, so I think it's our love of Africa because we want to have access to more opportunities so that we can be more financially free.
you
Hmm.
know, I'm not Red is doing the chat, y'all, but someone just said something right there
Okay,
that's
but
very, very
we were
strong.
talking.
I know I didn't interrupt y'all.
I know, but you weren't paying attention
Yes,
because
I heard
you were reading
everything.
the
I heard
comment.
everything.
Go ahead and read the comment.
The racist world
Racist.
is shaking now. They see the unity of blackness and they did not think it will happen like this, and they can't stop it.
That's right.
Only death can stop us. Thank God for our people. You said a
Thank you
mouthful just now.
very
It wasn't
much. Yep.
designed for us to be doing what we're doing right now. It wasn't. But now we're doing it and it's a beautiful thing.
It might not have been designed, but I feel like it was ordained for
Look at you using that big
black
word.
people
Come on, man.
for black people to return for black people to return to Africa.
That's right.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
mean I say it all the time. Everybody can't come, and we don't want everybody to come. You
Right.
gotta, you gotta,
Right.
you gotta be like-minded. You gotta be respectful. You gotta be willing to change. You know, So
Yep.
everybody can't come. I say it all the time. But yo, the people that will come and are coming, it's gonna be a beautiful thing, man. I really wish I was on board with this 10 years ago.
Oh, me
I,
too. Like for real.
you know what I'm saying?
For real.
But better late than never. See,
Yeah,
See, don't give her no
I
props.
wish,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
I wish that the same because I think it would have been a lot easier of me knowing back then, when I had our children when they were young, to be able to grow them up in it.
Mhm.
Because now seeing how the kids are in Africa, not physically like being there, but just seeing it through, other YouTubers, hearing the experience they have with their little kids. And it's a big difference from American kids to African kids. It's really a big difference. And I see so much of the toxic things in my kids that I don't like, you know. Um, it's terrible. And I think that's why it's also important to try to get them there to experience it. But I don't want to just go visit. I want to stay.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. I don't want to visit. And the hardest thing over here, and you all gonna know too, is trying to make sure you secure the bag, which with all this stuff going on, that's even uncertain. And I think that's my husband's biggest issue, with that. And I see it in a different way, so we could just kind of, he could just come on a little bit more to my side and make it a little more easier, which I get it. But at the same time, with, like I said, all these uncertainties, all these things that's going on, we don't know when it comes to the whole US dollar and all of that. We really just don't know. And literally, guys, I've been stressing. I've been like, it's been crazy being here, just really crazy, really hard.
I really believe I had this conversation several times with, in the streets, and I really believe about the US dollar, them white folks in the state are not gonna give that up. I mean, they've had the power for hundreds of years.
I know.
They are not gonna let that ride like that. They'll go to war first before they let that US dollar just go away. It's not gonna go down that easy.
Yeah.
And like I said,
I believe everybody is ready to get away from the USA.
Yeah. I agree. But some people can't get away for whatever reason, whether they got an old mom and dad or, their kids.
No, everybody have an old mom and dad.
No, I mean like an elderly mom and dad, or,
What do you consider elderly? What's the age?
What if you got an elderly husband?
What if you got an ugly wife?
What if you got an elderly husband though?
I'm tired of you. I'm so tired of you. But there's so many reasons, that I understand why people can't just get up and leave. They might be sick. They might can't even fly in the plane. For whatever reason. But again, everybody can't go. Everybody can't come. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But I hope y'all.
I'm determined. I'm determined. One way or another, solo, whatever. Like, I'm determined. I'm trying to speed up my plan. Listen, I don't want to. I don't want to. Trust me, I don't. But it's just the window is like this. The window is just like this. Like, seriously, because your mental state, is everything, right? And my mental state is just it's rocky. It's rocky right now. The struggle is real, Like, I had a little relief today because I swim. That's why I try to swim, because I try to leave the stress in the pool. At least that lasts for a couple of hours, and we back to the same thing.
Yeah.
So y'all pray for us, that things just come together and we just make it, because this ain't it. This is not living.
Yeah,
it's not.
I agree, and I hope the people in SA, the ones that's on the chat, y'all take heed to what we're saying, man. We're not coming here for no reason. We're leaving there. It means something, and then in the amount of people that are leaving, that has to say something to you guys. It has to say two things at least. SA is the shit.
Exactly.
And the United States is full of shit. That's not a
cut. And even, not even just SA, just Africa in general.
Yeah. Africa in general.
Period. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because, I know they want to come over here. I get it. But I be trying to tell them, no. You just don't know what y'all leaving, seriously, like I said, I had this conversation with the realtor in SA, and because I know that the load shedding is serious. It bothers her. And she was like, you willing to just, I said, listen, I'll take load shedding any day than to deal with this.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So
I hope y'all folks that want to move to America, I hope y'all listening to this.
Like, seriously,
man. It is.
It's not going to be easy for us because we used to AC and all that, but who cares? Like, we'll get used to it. At least we can wake up every day. We don't know if we're going to wake up. Head is always on the swivel. You understand? Every day is a struggle. I got my kids. I dropped them off to school. Kids be carrying, you know what, with them. You know, at least two of them. And now next year they're gonna have a metal detector. Whoever
Wow.
knew that they gotta go to school and have to go through a metal detector? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I pray for
Yeah.
my kids every day. They get out the car. I'm praying that God bring them back home to me. These
I
things we shouldn't
remember.
have to worry about.
You're right. I remember before we left, they was talking about the teachers in Houston carrying firearms
Carrying.
to,
Yep.
the teachers in school. And the teachers was like, no. And I'm like, I don't blame them because that's not what they went to school for. That wasn't a part of their degree to teach and carry a firearm.
And if they can't even discipline without prejudice, what you think
You
they're gonna
know,
do with a fucking gun?
right. Red said, and they can't even discipline without prejudice. So what they gonna do with a gun? You know what I mean?
Man, I'm telling you. I'm
It's
telling you.
it's it's not teachers carrying guns in classes.
Right. Instead of
What
teaching.
if what if a teacher gets pissed off at one of the students, or get pissed off at one of the
Exactly.
students' parents for jumping in their
Exactly.
face? You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Nah, man, that's
Exactly.
that's that's not where it's at. It's not where it's at.
Exactly. Exactly. And I can't, no, no. I be trying to tell my daughter, and I can't. That's why I'm telling you, like, the brainwash is real because I try to tell her things. I'm like, don't you see this happening? Like, this is not a normal for y'all to have to go to school, go through metal detectors. Like, I mean, they so wrapped around their friends. Like, that's all they really care about. Friends, friends, friends. I'm like, honey, friends gonna come and go.
Yeah, yeah.
But they don't see it in, I mean, I can't really get mad. I mean, mad really too much because the environment they're in, they don't know no better, but I wouldn't say it don't bother me. It does bother me.
And then these kids, when they're these friends they got now in fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, they ain't even gonna know these kids when they graduate from high school.
Oh,
Everybody gonna go their separate ways. Somebody going to military, somebody going to
right,
college, someone going to
right.
school abroad, and then you're gonna lose contact, and you're gonna think back, damn, mommy wasn't. She was telling the truth. Dad was telling the
Exactly.
truth. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But these kids think they know everything.
What do they like? I'm like, okay, I guess I never was your age. I just woke up like
You know,
this.
but I can tell you this though. Since us leaving, nah, I can't talk for me. I'm gonna speak for Red though.
Okay.
Since us
Okay.
leaving, the kids have told Red they've done all the wrong. They're sorry. They should have listened.
Wow.
They're 18. They're 19 now. They don't tell me that kind of stuff. But they tell Red that because honestly, I don't want to even hear it. Y'all go live y'all life. I had y'all for 19 years. Go live your life. Let me and my wife live our life, and just everybody come together once a year for like 2 or 3 days because I want y'all to go back home. So I go back home.
Oh my God, you sound like my husband. Oh my God, he told me they could just stay here. I'm like, well, first of all, depending on when we leave, if they're still a certain age, they gotta come with us. And he's like, oh, like, but that's what I was telling you on the last live I had you on. I hear what you're saying, but in my mind, it's like, do I really want to leave my children, even when they're grown? Because sometimes they still not grown, technically. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Mentally. And I'm like, do I really want to leave my children here? Whether they growing up, do I really want to leave them behind for them to do I don't know what to them, is
But they gotta
what
learn though. They
in
gotta
my
learn.
mind.
They gotta learn though.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want them to learn like that. You know what I mean when it comes to these white people.
You
You
can't
get what I'm
avoid
saying?
them. You can't avoid them. You can't avoid them, and you can't shield. You can't. Our kids can't be shielded from the white people. They're going to. They're going to deal with them. It's just a part of life.
That's not.
Come on in. Come on.
What she
Come
say?
on.
What she
Stop.
say? I didn't hear.
I'm tired of her. I'm tired of
No,
her burning the spaghetti up. Come on in.
no. My thing is like, it's not like right now. If they were to come here,
They're not coming here.
I'm
Oh gosh.
I'm just saying right now, if they were to come here, None of them are in school right now, and they've all said that they don't want to be in school. They don't have any skills. They like, how are they going to get a visa as adults? They can't come over as children because they're adults. They would have to get their own visa. They have no way to get a visa because they don't want to go to
Oh,
school and they don't have the skills to get a job here. Now, if they were to get a job, a remote job, and they said that they wanted to come here, we would help them move. They're not living with me,
right,
but I would help them move and get over here if that's what they wanted to
right.
do. So it's not like just, hey, I'm just leaving y'all. It's just that there's no path for them to get a visa at this point
Gotcha.
because they don't have skills and they're not students. And they definitely don't have enough money to be retired.
Yeah, I agree. Um, in the chats, Miss PLC, who was in charge of the house? We grew up in a dictator household. I so appreciate it. Listen, Miss PLC, I had a conversation with Red about 2 days ago about the same statement that you just made. I grew up in the same household. When my dad said, sit your ass down, that's what I did. When my dad said, go cut that grass, that's what I did. When my
Yep.
dad said, no back talk. You know, you give me your phone, you want punishment? No back talk. None. These kids, and I can't talk about the kids in this here,
These
but
kids
the
are
kids,
different, boy. Woo.
they are built, they are built different because
Yes.
they
Yes.
took the state took the power away from the parents some years ago. Because I grew up getting my tail beat. I'm talking
What?
beat,
By
you know,
teachers,
and
teachers and all.
yes, no doubt about that. Teachers used to beat us.
Yeah.
The principal used to beat us. The next door neighbor used to beat us. The next door neighbor would
Everybody
tell
had
our
a part.
parents. The next door neighbor would tell our parents what we did. Then we get beat again. Them days are
Yep.
over with in the States. You can, I mean, I don't know how it is here, but you can't do that. And Red and I
Nope.
had the same conversation a couple days ago, and that's what I said to her. But she's on the fence a little bit with it because she thinks that kids should have to kind of say so. And
That's
hold on,
not
let me finish. And I think the
Oh
kids say
boy.
so. Let me finish right quick. And I think the kids say so is what I say. That's their say so is what I say. Especially when you living under my roof, I'm paying the bills, I'm clothing you, I'm feeding you. Your say so was what I say. Go ahead, babe.
I feel like if you don't give children the room to like have some type of opinion or ideas or anything like that, you're keeping them from learning to trust their own decision making skills. And so when you put them out of when you put them out of your house or they move out or whatever the case is and they leave you, they have no idea how to regulate their own thoughts and feelings because they've never been able to talk about them. So it's got to be some type of balance between a healthy fear of discipline and also knowing that I'm in a safe place where I can say what how I feel, even if I say I understand why you feel like that, but this is what's going to happen anyway. You got to have some balance.
Hey Giselle,
Yeah.
does that pickle taste good?
I've been trying to sneak it in. Y'all caught me. Yeah, I ain't had a pickle in a long time. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to eat. I thought you was gonna ask me a serious question. You caught me off guard with that one.
Okay,
Also,
sis.
I think. Oh, sorry. You
No, no,
want to
no. I
say
was
something?
just ready to read a comment. Go ahead.
Oh, also, I think a lot of these kids are lazy. Now, for example, my son, he think, okay, he's going to Africa with us, right? He think he ain't supposed to do nothing. That's what he
You
thought.
mean
He was like,
you mean as far as chores?
Yeah, like nothing at all. I said, you gonna work or you gonna do chores, you gonna do something. So he said because of that, he told me, well, I don't know if I'm gonna go. So I said, well, you ain't hurting our feelings if you don't go or not. I
I
said,
had
but it depends on your age. You ain't gonna have no choice. You
I had
know?
that same we had that same issue with our kids, um, having to make them do chores. And I think the issue with the chores and the kids is that they have friends that they go to their houses that don't have chores, that can rip and run the streets as much as they want. So they go hang with those kids and bring those kids' behaviors back to your house. So you tell your kids they just left little Joey house, and now they coming back to your house. Joey ain't got to clean his room up. Joey ain't got to do no dishes. Joey can stay out past his curfew, and there's no kind of repercussion. And now they come back to your house like, well, why can't I? Why Joey ain't got to do no dishes? Joey can stay out past 7 o'clock. Well, my comment would be like this: but go live with Joey then.
Okay.
Go live with Joey
But
because in my house it's rules.
hmm
Because in the real
well,
life
see, my
it's rules.
kids don't hang out. They don't hang out with nobody. So I don't know. They just maybe they picking it up from hearing from the other kids at the schools. I don't know, but I'm like, nah, brother. Are you in this house? You either gonna work or you gonna do chores, whether you like
Right.
it or not.
Right.
You know.
I mean, why do the parents gotta pay the bills and do the chores? Everybody in the
Oh,
household
exactly.
everybody in the household, sorry, has a role to play. Mom and dad
Mhm.
pay the bills, make sure you're fed and clean. The least you can do is do the dishes and keep your room clean. And
Right.
keep your bathroom clean. That's the least you can do and get good grades.
Yep. That's
The
it.
least.
Simple. Simple. They just don't know. Like that's the simplest life ever. I'm
Right.
with Stacey a little bit
I'm
with
with
Red. My husband and I, kids are grown. See ya.
okay.
Like Red
So
said, that we
Shubab
will
said,
help you
Ray,
get
Shubab said,
nursing home.
I am with Stace and Ray a little bit. My husband and I are
My
grown.
husband and I kids are
My
grown.
husband and I kids are grown. Like Red said, though we will keep you over there in the continent, but
Help
only
you.
I can't my
We
glasses.
will help you get over
Let Red do it. Please.
but only if you are serious.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm like I'm totally down with my kids moving here if they want to, but I want to make sure that they have a path to success and not
Right.
dependency. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I bring you over here
Yeah.
now, like we're setting you up for failure because you can't be a student forever. You know what I'm saying?
I
If you're
mean,
not getting able to get a degree in a program that's going to almost guarantee you citizenship here, like then what? So I
well,
think
they.
have a remote job that they can bring here with them, or a skill set that's going to get them a visa. And that's not my requirement. That's the government requirement. You got to have a reason to be here.
Yeah. They I, I did 18 years with them under the same house. And they would come visit. I remember before we left, I told them, y'all can come visit all y'all want, but guess what? I need to see a return flight date. You just,
Oh
I
my
don't,
goodness.
I
Oh
don't
wow.
want
I know you did.
shit.
I mean, and if they come here to live, then you gotta show that you got the money to get started. You got some money saved up. That you got a job. We'll help you find somewhere to stay. You can stay with us for a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Or
But
they
at
could
the
do a
end of the day,
business, you know?
yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta have some kind of income, especially if you're not gonna go to college.
You gotta have a plan. You
Yeah.
know, we don't have that generational wealth like some people do, to where you can just take a sabbatical for 2 years. No, what they call it now?
What
Some kind of something year.
leap year?
No,
No, no,
no,
no,
no, no,
no.
no. That's what
What they
these
call it?
kids
Not a
call
leap year.
when you don't go to school
A
after your
skip year
no
or
when you don't go to college after your first year.
gap
A
year.
gap year. They call it taking a gap year to just
Oh.
enjoy. No, ain't no gap
Oh,
year.
okay.
No, you need to go straight to school or go to the military, have some kind of plan, because you just can't be, you can't just be, laying up in the house. I'm going to go out to go to
Right.
work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and you still in the bed. No,
Yep. You're gonna have
that ain't
something to
happening.
do. You gotta do
That
something.
ain't
You
happening.
gotta do
Go
something.
cut the grass or something. That ain't happening.
So exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it ain't like we being hard. It's just life is not hard. Life is not
Exactly.
hard. I mean, life is hard.
Yeah, so Dirk says, my kids are 16 and 21. Our policy is what we say goes, but I'd love to hear your input. I don't want the kids to never learn how to express themselves and be directionless adults that lack common sense. Yeah, I used to tell my kids all the time, like, I need you to at least try before you come here, before you come to me and ask mommy to do it for you. Like, I will help you out, guide you, but I'm not gonna do it for you. You gotta learn how to, like little stuff like fill out forms. Like once they got to a certain age and we go to the doctor's office, I'd be like, she can write her own name and her insurance card number and all that kind of stuff. Like, give her the paperwork. She can do it herself. And the doctor be like, "Why are we here?" And I look at my kid like, "Hey,
Better learn how to talk.
tell them why we're here."
Better
Yeah,
learn how
my,
to
my
talk.
daughter get like that too. She get shy, but she'll be quick to tell me what she thinks she want to do. But then when it's going out to do stuff like what you just said, it's quiet as a mouse. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna say nothing. And that's another thing with the schools. Like basic thing is like signing their names, signatures. They don't teach them that at all. Like we'll have to have a whole nother live with that. you know. And I find myself
Yeah.
having to go back to the basics just to teach them. And it's like, to me, them going to school to me here is a waste of time. Because what they're teaching them is not real life things for them to get out there and work and
Yeah.
just the basic things they do not provide. Wait, what happened to Red? She was there and then she disappeared like Casper the Ghost.
She's over there burning that spaghetti up. Hey yo,
She
hey
went
yo,
so quick.
hey yo, Dirk, you said something so powerful just now. Dirk said, "I'm Generation X, so I grew up with the same home rules as Stace. I told my son the gap year was garbage. You can take a gap hour at the end of your workday." That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
And yo, it's. I love my life in South Africa, yo. That's all I
man,
can
I'm
say.
happy for you. I'm
You
happy
know,
for you. I
kid
can't wait
free,
to get on the ground.
kid free, stress free. My wife stressed me out, but I just go outside and drink me a beer or
A
something
grill, a
and
grill.
grill. That's my peace of mind. She said she just said she can make me mad more often so I can go outside more. But yo, it's when you get here, because you've never been to the continent at all before, right?
No,
When
no,
you get
only in my
here,
spirit. That's it.
it's gonna be such a peace of mind that you've never had before. You're not gonna have to worry about driving down the street and when them blue lights come on, that panic, that heartbeat starts to race.
What?
You know what
Oh
I'm
man.
saying? You're not gonna have to
Yes, yes.
worry about too many Karens
Karen's
just
and
trying to get you
Kevin's.
locked up, playing the
Yep.
victim. Yo, man, I walk down the street, people stare at me, but guess what? I prefer people staring at me than people trying to get me
Right.
locked up.
Exactly. Or killed.
You know what I'm saying? Or killed.
Yep.
They just walk,
Yep.
they stare at me because they never seen, I guess, somebody my height, in the way
Right.
I dress. In the way I dress.
Right.
So I prefer
Exactly.
that. I prefer that than everything
Yep.
else that goes with the
Yep.
United States as far as black people.
I'm glad you all are there. You made it. I feel like for every person that make it, like I feel like part of us have made it. We just gotta get to that point, because I hear that from everybody. Everybody says the air that they breathe when they reach and the stress level is gone. So I can't wait to feel that.
Shubab, Shubab, I agree with you 100%. I guess I was a hard mom. I told my son if he didn't want to go to college, that he had a year to get a job, get a good job in his own apartment. That's
Know how to survive. That's right.
you gotta know how to survive.
Yep.
That's what's
Yep.
up. That's the way. My
I
son dropped out
yep.
of high. My son dropped out, and
I didn't.
I told him you had X amount of time, which maybe was about 7 months, to get your GED and get your recruiter to go to the military. He didn't do neither one.
Oh wow.
He had to go. He knew 7 whole months. He had to go.
Yeah.
He had to
Yeah.
go. 'Cause I gotta stand on what I say. Because if not,
Right.
they're gonna run over you.
Exactly. Yeah, I had an intervention. We had an intervention with my daughter. I told her because she's in 10th grade, she'll be in 11th. But I told her, I said, three things gonna happen. You really want to stay here? You're gonna pay for your college, or you better get a full ride. And I heard even at a full ride that the parents still come out their pocket, so she better have extra plus money. Or third, you go to school in Africa if you want us to pay for it.
Yeah,
Those are your three
and
choices.
it's gonna be very, very inexpensive. Very.
Exactly.
I think Red looked at some college and it was like 3,500 for the year.
Mm-hmm.
3,500
I
US
think
for the year.
35. Yeah, yeah. I remember what
3,500.
Dr. Saad told me how much it was. I was like, what? I was like, why we know nothing about this at all? They
No,
don't talk
no,
about no schools or nothing,
no,
They don't
no,
talk about that in the
no.
States.
And in the states, they probably didn't even think they got colleges here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? They don't.
And I hear the colleges in Africa, they take it like serious. You know what I mean? Like it's some serious studies, like they're really focused.
Coldplay,
So
Coldplay. I agree with you 100%. You gotta fail to learn. I agree with you. I agree 100%. Yeah.
Schubart says, he just said to me, Mom, thank you, because he's proud of himself that he's maintaining his bills. Now he has a 1 year old, so he has to take care of her like I took care of him.
all right,
It's
good
called
job,
tough
Mama.
love. It's called tough
Yeah.
love.
That
You
tough
got
love
to.
hurt though sometimes, but you got to do it. It be hurting though
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
For real.
And people looking in be thinking like, oh, they're so mean, they're so hard, it's so cold. But at the end of the day, like, it's extremely hard to be a parent. Like, nobody gives you the rule
Yes.
book, and every single kid is different.
What?
Every kid is
Yes.
different.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
so I used to be judgmental. When people had bad kids, like, I'd be judgmental. I'm like, ooh, you ain't beating them right, or you ain't doing this right, or you ain't doing something right. But
Man.
as my kids got older, you learn like they all have their own personality, and what you do for
Yes.
one kid
Yes.
doesn't work for the other. It makes things worse, and then they think that you're giving preferential treatment, but really
Right.
you individualizing how you treat your children, because they're all different. You can't treat all your kids
Yep.
exactly the same
Nope.
way. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? And
Sure
then
can.
sometimes the relationship with your kids kind of, it changes as they get older, because they either are very similar to you, or
Yeah.
they're exactly the opposite, or you trigger each other somehow,
Right. Right.
and your relationship will totally completely change. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I have a lot more compassion for people who have difficult children, because
Whew.
you
Yes.
you be crying. You think you try to do things right. You try to do things um, in a way that makes the most sense.
Hmm.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's hard.
And
Exactly.
It's hard.
also,
Yes.
what these kids don't understand is being that they little black kids, they gotta be smarter than
Yep.
the white
Everybody
kids. So
else.
we gotta prepare them. We gotta prepare them more, but they don't understand that though. You know,
Mm-mm. Nope.
it's
Nope.
hard. Because them little
It
white kids,
is. And it's tiring.
they get stuff handed to them.
I'm tired
And then they
already,
just,
y'all. For real.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm tired.
Hey y'all, Kumquat is in the
Hey.
building. That's my cousin.
He's all right. He
If,
ain't,
if
Oh,
he ain't
y'all
hi,
all
if
that.
y'all
cousin.
don't if y'all don't know the story of how this podcast got started, Kumquat.
I wish you'd get on and tell a story, if you don't mind.
Hey, I
Let,
get off and
I'm gonna
let him go. But
Jamie, get
come
on and
on.
tell us. Jamie, get on and tell a story if you don't mind.
look.
All
I
right,
put
family.
the
It's
link
been
in the
great.
chat.
All
All
right.
I'm
right,
gonna
Peace
go.
out.
appreciate.
Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Enjoy
He
that
said,
enjoy that food.
Oh, I'm done. It's gone. Look, empty. All
Peace
right,
out.
y'all. Bye.
Peace out. What's this right here?
"Wait, hold up. I was about to tell this. All right, we'll see. We'll see if he comes on. If he
This
doesn't come
is,
on, I'll tell the story. How does the camera just keep moving like that?
I don't know.
I feel like you're moving it.
Oh my God.
Let's see. So Coldplay says one of my classmates was raised on the principle one mistake, one slap. He's a dangerous criminal in Tanzania now. People fear him. Don't do tough love. Man, tough love is not the same as like beating the hell out of your kids. That's not always what tough love is. Sometimes it's giving them room to fail because they get to kids. Some children get to the point where they will not listen. They are intent, they are hell bent on doing things their own way. And just like you said earlier, you got to let them bump their head. And it's a tough decision when you see what's getting ready to happen. It's a tough decision to say, you know what, I'm not going to intervene. I'm going to let it go the way it goes. Or I'm not, I'm, you're going this way. And here are the consequences if you continue to go this path. Here's what the consequences are going to be. And you got to stick to what you say those consequences are. You know what I'm saying? And the consequences depends on the kid's age, depends on the child. It all depends. But tough love doesn't always mean like I'm punching you in the
Yeah.
throat every time, you know, you do anything wrong. Like that's not what tough love is. Tough love is about discipline and laying out expectations and following through on what you say.
Yeah,
You
I
know, and it's
know.
also tough love isn't all just discipline. Like you love your children. There's plenty of space for you to love on your kids, but there's also a lot of room for, you know, teaching them how to be adults. Like that is your mission is to teach them how to be fully functioning adults in society.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like with our kids, Red used to do all of the talking, and by the time it got to me, they've been warned 2, 3, 4 times already. And then after that, it's on and popping. You want to tell them the story about Mr. Kumquat?
Mr. Come.
Yeah, the
Um,
story.
yeah. So my cousin, we did like a little like we started talking about maybe doing a YouTube show. I'm like, we should document what we're doing. We should talk about our lives. Like we're kind of funny. Like people might want to see us. And my cousin was so hold on.
Oh my God, you burning! I can smell it burning. So Jamin, that's his name, Kumquat. He was uh he was a part of wasn't he a part of it?
No, he was about to
So he went out after we told him what we wanted to do. He went out and bought us some mics. And a little bit of backstory. We had planned on doing our podcast on our first visit, and we didn't do it. I think we was nervous, we was scared. I don't know what it was. Every time Red would say, "Yo, Stacy, pull the camera out. Let's start recording." I was just like, "This is beautiful." We was pretty much living in the moment on our first trip. You know what I'm saying? And we were just loving the people, the vibe. I'm like, "Yo, we'll do it the next time." The next time came, we'll do it the next time. So we never did it. You know, we got back home like, man, we ain't got no footage. We ain't record nothing. We took a bunch of pictures, but we ain't got no videos, no nothing. So Jamin He went out. He know what's going on. He went out and bought us some really, really nice microphones. So our first video, if you go back and watch our very first video, it was a rough video. And actually, I think it's our most viewed video also. We had mics, you know, and thank you, Jamin, for that. You know, we had mics, and it was beautiful, and we thank him for that. And yeah. So Jamin is actually the reason why we're here talking to you guys. Well, a part of the reason that we're here talking with you guys right now, because he put the batteries in our back to get this started when we was nervous, because we was like, yo, I mean, I never thought Red was interesting, you know. So I mean, I was like, I'm funny. Red is not that funny. So I'm like, why is she over there talking, y'all? I'm like, Red is cooking spaghetti, and it's burning. I can smell it. So, you know, I knew I was the funny one. And I'm like, Red, you're not that funny. You know, you're the weak link because you're not that funny. You know. So I was like, I don't know if we want to start a podcast. And then she finally, I made her funny. You know, I made her funny. We was doing some stuff, and I'm like, yo, Red, say this. Red, say that. Don't say that. That's not funny. Y'all, Red is sitting here saying, ask y'all. No, I'm gonna ask in the community chats. Who was the funniest between Red and Stacy? Y'all ain't gotta answer that now. They might just say you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. Hey, Tanya. Sorry, Tanya. But y'all. So let's go back to the chats. Let me go up a little bit, because I think I missed something, because Red was burning the spaghetti and it distracted me. Vinny, yes, man. I heard about our brother John, man. I heard, you know, peace up. You know, sorry about your cousin. David, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? See ya. Yeah, I know I had to crack jokes on her because she always eating, man. Always eating. Talking about Giselle. Come quiet, it's nighttime. Okay. Red is mom. You know what, Tanya? I knew you would be on Red side. I knew that. You old sellout, Tanya. Sia said Red is mom. What is Red cooking? Spaghetti. Sia said, LOL, I can smell it from my house. You smell the smoke? Why are you doing this? Tanya, Stacy, that's not nice. What about Baba Zulu? Baba Zulu is the funniest between y'all. He's Baba Zulu is funny looking. He's not even on the show. Love y'all. It means the world. Peace out, man. Love you too, cuz. So rude. Tanya laughing. C-Ray, yo, Big Stace. That's what I'm talking about. Not you, Red. She hating y'all. No, I'm being honest. I said two. So that means you're funny also. No. The question was, who is the funniest between Stacy and Red? Hello, y'all funny. Sia said funny looking. Yes. Baba Zulu. I'm hoping he's watching. Baba Zulu is funny looking, y'all. Y'all need to see him in person. And actually, we was walking down the street today, and Red said, "Yo, I think I found another place we can drop Baba Zulu off when he get here." It was like right down the street, like a dead end with nothing around him. And I'm like, drop him off. I'm like, who gonna pick him up? I ain't picking him up. I think both of you are funny. I am like Red. My face tells everything I am secretly saying. That's what's up, Bob. But Red's not funny. My brother Sia, Stace rocks. That's what I'm talking about. Who looks funny, frightening? Baba Zulu? Nah, when I tell you, man, okay, real jokes. No jokes, all jokes aside. He is a really good guy. Really, really good guy. That's my guy. You know, when we get together, all we do is crack jokes, drink, indulge in the devil's lettuce. We have a good time together, me and Baba Zulu. But back to the jokes. I really don't like him that much. And when he get here, we're not picking him up from the airport. So if he contact one of you guys, he can stay with you guys because he's not staying with us. Well, you must be getting a hotel room then. Both of y'all funny and even funnier together. David, I'm sitting on the fence on this one. Okay, David, you got my name right. There you go, y'all. It's been an hour and 5 minutes. Red is hungry. She's back.
For only a minute. We get ready to get out of here.
Every time we do a live, you got to eat.
Dinner's ready. You can't let it get cold.
So, thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry I had the date wrong, but we'll be back Sunday again.
Date time.
I had all of it wrong because I wanted to talk.
And I'm surprised 60 people are on here with your,
my shenanigans,
your miscommunication.
Y'all, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Yo, we have fun. We like to crack our jokes. We just being us. We had some people come hang out with us, and they was really surprised. This is how we really are. This is us. This is us every day.
Why are you trying to cut me off the camera?
Because you shouldn't be in the camera. Your head is too big. This is really us. Y'all, so again, thank you. Subscribe, like, share. Hoping to run into some of y'all in the streets, or we can just plan something and we can have a good time.
Anyway, you'll never end this. All right, y'all. We love you. Thank you so much for your support. If you want to be a premium member, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button on this video if you like what you saw today, and also hit the notification bell so that when Stacy puts the right time and date, you'll be able to get notified at the correct time and date that we're going to be going live. So thank you guys so much. Love you.